know, right? Nothing like having to use dynamic brake all the way down a hill. I don't believe this 50-mile-an-hour zone either from when I asked until I see it. Yep. Usually the back of the train has to clear speed post before it changes. It's hard to believe that I started this run, well, started recording this run halfway through, so I'm 36 minutes in. I've already got an hour plus into this freaking drive. This is one of the nice calming games, though. It's one of the ones that are great cool down game to go into something a little bit more stressful, like farming sim where I have 800 bajillion things to do, or car mechanic sim where I've got I think I've got a really big piece of shit sitting on my lift that needs work. So yeah, I figured I'd do a little bit of this. I actually haven't broadcasted any of this in freaking forever. I haven't played this game in about 6 months. I know they have a new line out, but it's British passenger rail, and I don't like that. I like freight. All about that freight. Oh, now we're at 50 miles an hour, so I'll go ahead and release the dynamic brake. No, hell no, no train mechanic. I do have that game though. That's one of the games that I wished I had stopped just before 2 hours of play so I could have got my money back on. It was fun, but the cameras were so fucking buggy. At least we're not on a 1.5% grade now. Ship Simulator, I actually did like that game. I still have that. I think I gotta reinstall it though, because when I cleared out space, there's a bunch of games that were on my solid state that didn't need to be. So I think a lot of them. Ship Sim is pretty good, but yeah, Train Sim, what really pissed me off about it was the camera angles, like especially when you were working on the diesel electric locomotives, like to pull out these little fuses and shit, you really needed a good camera angle, and they did not give you one. Like you couldn't zoom the camera or pan it around enough to where you could actually see what the fuck you're doing. You just had like a general area where you were like, oh, okay, am I gonna make it, or is this, nope, missed again, son of a bitch, missed again. And then the whole other thing I didn't like. I mean, it was fun at first, but after doing it for a while, I was like, yep, fuck this. Was having to go out and I keep increasing the brake. What the hell am I doing? Going out and finding the trains that needed repair. That got annoying because you had to switch all the tracks yourself. It was highly unrealistic. I mean, it was just a flaming pile of dog poo. A giant flaming pile of dog poo. The Ship Sim, that's something that I'm going to have to probably start over from the tutorials again, because it's yet another game that I haven't played in freaking ages. I bought it. I was like, yeah, this is going to be awesome. Ship Simulator Extremes. And then I played like 2 hours of it. I was like, you know, fuck me. I love how every once in a while I go past the satanic telephone pole and it throws these weird, you'll see it here, it's weird. Gets all jaggy. I'm watching the stream here to see when it pops up. is it? Come on, show it. If it was on, like, stupid sale for, like, maybe, $5, I would buy it, or if somebody else bought it for you, then yeah. But if it's still 20 bucks, I definitely would not pay that much for, not for that. Oh fuck, I must have missed one and went all jaggy, but it'll do it again. It's probably because of my graphics settings. I mean, my card is in full overclock. It's getting friggin' foggier the further down this valley I get. It was nice and clear when I started out in, wherever the hell I was. It was above Sand Patch, so it was pretty much the end of the line. It was up at the switch for the coal, so it was a good ways. But the further down I'm getting, the foggier and foggier it's getting here. Alright, so we still have a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit, which is good. I think it stays 50 miles an hour all the way into the yard down in, wherever the yard is. I forgot where the freaking yard is. I know we're getting close because we're in the 50-mile-an-hour zone. But it's like a train wreck. It goes from 50 miles an hour to like 15 because you're literally entering the yard. And this fog, or this morning fog, is not helping at all. Yeah, the bow thruster is just to move it side to side, not to propel the ship. I mean, technically you could use the bow thrusters to propel the ship, but that would be extremely unfuel efficient, and it would not work very well. You've got two gigantic big ass engines to propel you instead of isopods or azipods, whatever the hell they call them, for docking. I want to see if I can get over 10,000 here. I'm already up to 9,050. If I can get to 10,000 points, that would be kind of awesome to see what this does to my level here. We are slowing down though, that's a good sign. I've literally been riding the dynamic brake the entire way ever since I crossed over Sand Patch Summit. And this fog is really screwing things up because I cannot see jack in front of me. I've actually been on a train snowplow before. My dad worked for Conrail back in the day, which was later bought out by CSX, and they had plows, and they actually had one of those big, oh, there's the shitty pixelation. They had one of those huge rotary snow throwers too. That was really freaking cool to see that in action. Plus it was in New York too, so I was right at the Croton-on-Hudson line. And then later he went to, what the fuck was it, Schenectady to Buffalo. Yeah, he spent, God, that was the only job he ever had. And he did 40 plus years with the railroad. I think it was like 45 years. Which is a big contributing factor to why I love freight so much. guess we'll pull the brake down a little bit. I'm just worried that we're going to come flying into the freaking yard and it's going to be like, hey, slow down. I'm about to jam on. Oh, turn the brake off. I just wanted to make sure that pushing the throttle in increased it. I mean, this is crazy. I could have another train come right at me and I wouldn't even freaking know it. Brake off. Make sure I'm on automatic, or let's clear the independent too. Oh, that's why. That doesn't help either. Power handles in setup, so you should be gaining speed or not losing it. Jeez. Yeah, that's not really anything to... There we go, power handle idle. Snowplows are fun to drive. Especially in a state where people know how to use them right. Let's actually give this thing some positive throttle. I'm out of dynamic finally. Come on, get a little speed going. You're not even pulling any amps because we're going, oh, we're actually going up a grade now. Doesn't matter because the back of the train is still trying to push me down the rest of the, oh no, we're going down. It's 0.3. Just an idiot. Let's back the throttle back off because it's going back to 0.5. Back to idle, see if it'll just get up to speed on its own. That way I'll end up with a runaway. God, look at this fog. This is crazy. And we're getting closer to 10,000 points here, 9,700. And we're gaining speed, so let's go back to power handle setup. There we go. Oh, I don't want to hear the dynamics come on yet. Now it keeps going back and forth between a down and an upgrade. Oh shit. This one's got an approach. Alright, it's green now. That kind of worried me. Yeah, they fixed a lot on this game. I think that was the biggest reason why I played it, is because it was, or didn't play it for so long, was because it was so unreliable and unrealistic as to how the boggin stuff in the rain rolled in. But I see they still have some optimization things that they need to take care of. Oh shit. Brakes, 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 brakes. Slow down, you freaking big bitch. There. I don't care if it's a mile out still. I'd rather be going slower than I need to be. I don't want the train pushing me in and getting a speeding penalty. Back to my old friend, the dynamic brake. Dynamic brake is a hell of a lot easier to use than setting the train brakes and stuff. Train brakes slow you down way too much. You can kind of play around with the dynamic enough to keep you slowed down in the right speed range. I think I've only got on 1 right now. I'd rather get there a little late and safe than there in a fucking hurry and not safe with damaged cargo. Or it's kind of hard to damage coal, but train horn sounded sick there. Might have a bird get stuck in it or something. Oh, we're over 10,000 points. Hell yeah. Let's see what this does to my levels. Okay, so now we're going back towards a 1% grade. We gotta be close. Gotta be getting close to the yard. Oh, you can't burn a dynamic brake because you're using the engine. The train brakes, you can burn the shoes, but what I'm doing by using the dynamic brake is I'm using the engines. Well, these are all diesel electric locomotives. What I'm doing is I'm using the traction motors to slow me down by putting a negative amperage to them instead of positive. And I think, oh, that just takes it off. I need to go up higher. Because right now I'm at negative 64 amps. And might end up going higher too. Although I think I can hold a 0.7 grade on either 3 or 4. Because I don't know how heavy this train is. Yeah, we're going to have to go up again. I was on dynamic brake 2. 60 miles an hour? Get the hell out of here. There's no freaking way. No way is that yeah, it's 60 miles an hour and then it's going to go into like fuck you speed. See, 25. 1.1 miles. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring our, that's maximum, we're on maximum dynamic braking now on notch B8. And as you can see, that's slowing the train down quite considerably. We'll go down to B4. That should, oh, that's still going to drop us though. Let's go down to B3. But by using that dynamic brake there, that right there saves the actual brakes on the locomotive. So as long as we can stay just steady and going and not having to get in a restart, I don't think we're going to have to though, because it's only drawing negative 118 amps. Now, I'll believe that 25 mile an hour speed limit before I ever believe that 60. And hopefully this fog clears up by the time we make it into the yard, which I think is in Ellerslie. Go down a little bit more on the brake. I don't think this is really gonna stretch or pull me too much. We're coming up on our speed zone here. I always like to be under it before we get there, because then I can always adjust for it. I've had 4 trains pass me going, I think it's eastbound. So let's see. just be under the speed limit, and I think we are getting closer to town. I'm seeing more. Yep, there's the 24 mile an hour. Let's slow this bitch down some. Come on, slow down. Yep, that's not slowing it down, so B4 it is. B5 maybe. Oh, there's another train, see? It just pops up out of the distance. 3 locomotive, we got a general consist there. Mainly a tank train. Bring the brake down a little bit. One of these trains longer, mine are his. If I can knock it down a little bit more and hold us right at about 24, 25, that'd be perfect. We'll try B2. Funny part is I've already gone around Horseshoe Curve, but it doesn't even freaking look like it did back in the old days. It's not quad track anymore. I'd be able to get away with dumping it down to... We are on level ground, so hell, it might work this way. I might actually almost be able to go idle throttle. Power handle setup. I don't see us gaining any speed. There we go. There's the jaggy little bastards again. Power handle's now idle. Now if I need to, I can just go ahead and bring it back up in. But I think we're rolling into town. Getting pretty damn close to it at least. Going back down to downgrade again. If we can just get this damn thing in there. It's weird that I'm actually having to give it some positive throttle to go down a hill. Won't be for long though. As that grade starts to get higher, we're gonna have to go back into dynamic brake. Now we got an approach signal, so that's not necessarily a good thing. So we're actually going to slow this thing down. This is actually the yard now, so we're in the yard. We're going to try and slow this train down a bit here. Change to independent brake. That'll slow us down big time. Still want to run this. Now it's got the approach, which means it might drop us down to a lower speed, like 15 miles an hour, which is why I've got us cruising at 12. Even though it's telling me that the next signal is going to be 25 miles an hour. We are only 1 point something miles out, so we are entering the yard. I know the speed limit in the yard is either 10 or 15 miles an hour. It's one of the two. Now it's giving me an approach, so I should be able to come in on this because it's not a red signal. It is an approach. And it is a 15 mile an hour speed limit. So we are in the yard. I should be able to let off some of this brake too. Lead the bail off. P1 will leave us at, I think, 10 mile an hour. Now I'll go a little faster, I think 12 or 13. Either way, we'll just creep on in here in the Cumberland yard. And our next signal is in 1.7 miles. So we are entering the yard now. And we're gonna hit that speed limit right there. So we're pretty much right on it. So throttle 1 will give us right about yard speed. And they want us to stop. Let's see, where are we now? They got us going this way. And we're gonna go down to right there. So technically we still have not entered the yard per se because we haven't gone through the final gate, which is, I think, this one. Yep, now we are in Cumberland Yard. There's the tracks out to the right that lead over to the fueling bays. Obviously we are not going to use those because we are coming in with a loaded train that's probably going to get busted up into a different consist. Actually, no, we're not, because this is a coal train. I see us starting to overspeed a little here. Yep. We'll just bring the brakes on a little bit. As long as we're not in the red, we're good. So, once again, dynamic braking. See that speed still going up. I don't like that. Okay, let's try B4. Come on, bring it down. 16, 17 still, holy shit. This is the train that does not want to stop. There we go, we're down to 15. If I can get her to hold at this speed, will be perfect. So we've got our brake set too in case we need to really put the brake on. We're just going to cruise on into the yard here. And I highly doubt we will see any more trains until we come into the yard. We won't be passing any trains or any trains passing us. Now we are on an upslope right now, but we still have the back end of the train trying to push us into the yard. It looks like we are pretty much about 0.8 miles out from stopping this thing. It'd be a hell of a lot easier to see and judge where I'm at if we didn't have all this fog down here in the valley. No, down, go down. Let's try B1, see if that can hold us. Hell, for all I know, we might be able, no, because it'd be slowing the train down still. Why is the speed back up? I'm not doing 50 miles an hour through a yard. You out of your mind? There's no way I'm going to do that through here. I've got an approach signal. That would be a 35 mile an hour speed limit. We are not going to be doing that. 35 miles an hour and then jam on the friggin' brakes. We will, however, take the brake off and just let it coast. Because I'll use the independent to slow it down. We'll actually go into positive throttle here too. Those two lanes lead off. Actually, we're going to go to no throttle because I see our goal here. It's only 700 something yards out, so we might have to be stopping this train right here after this approach signal. It's been a long ride from where you get the coal to where the coal gets delivered to. We're still slowing down, which is good. It's less brake that I'm going to have to apply when we hit that destination because it's going to tell me to stop at Cumberland. Well, we are at Cumberland, so I guess I just need to get this train in far enough and then get the brakes. And then they'll do what they need to with this train when I get here. So actually closing in on it, I'm going to go ahead and start setting the brake. Slow us down. Come on, slow down, baby. That's gonna do it. Even though we've only dropped 3 miles an hour. There we go. Now we're dropping. And we should be able to coast in here, no problems. Oh, it just got hella bright. Let my equalizers go, and then now we can set the brake as soon as we hit the magic spot right here. So we're gonna go ahead and lock her down. Full application. Set the auto brake on. I'll get us stopped. Objective complete, and look at that. Our total score is 750 there. It took an hour and 51 minutes. Holy shit. So we got that service done. Now it's going to bring us up to the levels. Go via north. Alright. Bails off. I guess it just wants us to go up here another couple hundred yards or whatever and drop this train where the next crew is going to pick it up at. We can see some of the CSX fleet here in the two different liveries, the old school and then the gray. I've got one of each unit on my train. I've got one of the newer painted units and one of the older painted. So now it's literally just a matter of playing with the throttle to get up to where I need to go. So we are on level ground, we get the train stopped. So we need to go to Cumberland, north to Maine. We'll go ahead and throw the auto brake on this time. There is a train right there ready to go somewhere. A little blip of gas here. That's actually, there's two locomotives hooked up. GE 4400 ACs. Unit 437 and unit on the back 167. Oh, why is my train picking up speed? Downgrade. No, we want minimum reduction. That way I can hammer on it when we need to. See an empty coal train, so that would be a good run to do, go back up. We want automatic brake on. See, this train just keeps pushing you. It surges you back and forth between stopping and going. That's just the train stretching out and releasing. Now that right there I would bet would be our accurate speed. So it keeps stretching out, and then now that it's stretched out, it's going to try slowing down. And now we got slack in the train again. Once we hit our yardage here, full brake. Nope, not emergency. Set that brake where it needs to go. Go via location as indicated, really? Alrighty. I didn't know this keeps going. Thought this stopped here. Was that in miles? Yeah, 2.2 miles. Now let's go. I'm not doing 35, I can tell you that much, because I know it's going to tell you to slow the hell down. Especially when I can't see shit in front of me. For all I know, I could be running down a track that's going to hit a damn train car that's parked on the track that I'm on. $20 miles an hour is plenty acceptable for me. Because technically, we still actually haven't made it into the classification yard yet. We're still pretty much on the outside edge of it. That, or I just can't see the fueling racks or any of that from here. Although now we are definitely getting, that is the yard over there for sure. The main yard, so we're pulling into the classification yard. And it is a 50 mile an hour speed limit, so. Drops to a 45. I still don't trust it. Unless for some weird ass reason, I thought the yard ended the route. It might go further. I just might not have been down this far before. Or I just might not remember the entire route. Because like I said, it has been a half a year since I've done this. The view inside is just as bad. It's actually worse inside than it's out. Oh my god, there's those stupid things again. Okay, so we're actually bypassing the yard. There's the light tower right there. So we're going to bypass the yard. We should be coming up on the tower. The actual tower. There's the hump yard right there. Yep, that's for shunting cars right there. And we've got our lower track, but that right there where that bridge is the shunting rail. And that actually rolls cars off in the classification. So I'm gonna guess that we are actually supposed to be going this way. Let's give this beast some power then. Kinda odd, but next speed limit's 45 miles an hour and I'm just sitting at 30, so I'm 15 under it. A little weird. See where this takes us. Drop down a notch. Let's let her coast here. So I don't know where the hell they've got us going. Now we're coming up to another approach. As a matter of fact, I think there is service back behind here, so hopefully we don't kill anything or ourselves. So I've got an independent, I can jam that brake, and then I can jam the automatic brake as well, but I don't really want to do that either. That's not good for the train. Well, it doesn't hurt the locomotives, but it's very bad for the rest of the train. It'll damage couplers and knuckles. So I'm ready to just stab the brakes here. It looks like we're rolling through the actual yard. We're on the two main lines. Independent first and then automatic if needed. Well, we are going to need both. See where it tells me to go from here. No, we are branching off. Okay, so our next is another approach signal. Oh shit. It's not stopping. Full service, lock it down. So we've got our brakes on max. So we are going to slow this train down right quick. Yep, I knew that was going to happen. Doesn't matter because we already did it. So we already got that service done. What's the other services that they're offering? What do they got in the SD40s? Max tractive effort. SD40 is a little bit more of a challenge. Sure, autumn mist. What do you guys got? Something overnight. That's a long run. These are all long runs. That's just switching there. Move some cuts of cars around coming in the yard to make a train that'll be heading out tonight. And a short coal move to Rockwood. Load the 3 cars, then proceed down to Rockwood. Drop them off as indicated before moving your power to the siding nearby. Okay, let's see what we can do with this one. Hey, why are we in a GP38? Oh wait, no, that's just showing it. Alright, so we are here. And our dynamic is off. We need to go in cab. Reverser needs to go, actually first off, before doing any of that, ditch lights on, step light on, gauge lights on. Reverser set to forward. Alright, we're good with that. Now we can actually give her some throttle. How many cars do we have? 3. So we'll just look at it from the reverse angle here. Or we can skew it out a little bit. Trying to remember about loading. Got the lights on. It should be an automatic fill once I pull up underneath the hopper here. Ah, this is, I remember this now. It'll auto start filling, I just have to go slow. Yeah, that gondola loaded. Off, throttle off. You bitch. Nope, now we gotta back up. Means we need to throw the reverser. Back outside, take another view. Give it a little bit of speed here so it'll continue loading. Go back in the cab, change the reverser. Forward. Or, because I was an idiot and went too fast, I have to back it up a little bit more and get this filled up. Okay. Now the key is just put it in forward And go freaking slow. Barely play with the throttle here. I know in the 4400 ACs you can, that's not complete, it's not 100. Go via location Rockwood. Okay. We'll take these 3 little cars down and see where we got to go. Probably is going to involve backing them down some freaking siding. Because we are leaving out of the coal plant. Our throttle up to 1. Shouldn't have it's going any higher than 15. Yeah, it does. Slow your ass down. And we'll just take the route to Rockwood, get these, I guess, backed onto a consist, and then put this unit on the siding. And that should pretty much wrap this one up. This should be an easy job. I know this is going to switch over to one line, unless we do the double crossover here, because this track here dead ends. Make the switch over. See if it pops us back. All right, I see. We're going to be on the right-hand track. Where we go from there, we'll see. Alright, so our next is going to be stopping in 0.8 miles. And we're on a downgrade now, so this one probably does not have, no it does not. This one does not have a dynamic brake on it. It does, you just have to throw the reverser. And that is actually rough on a train. So we'll get ready to slow this thing down here. Let's go ahead and take a look real quick. Yeah, it wants us to stop down on that there, and I guess we're gonna shove it into a consist. Okay, that'll work. So in about half a mile, I want to speed the train up because I know it's gonna be stupid. I think it's already gonna start gathering speed. Oh, we gotta stop in 900 something yards. That's a red signal. You can't go past those. I know there's a way. So we're gathering speed again. So we got the bell on. Because we are going down a grade. I just want to make sure that we can stop this thing. More appropriately, stop it in a accurate manner. Let's go to initial reduction, then a release. Let it build the pressure back up. And then we can just stop it when we want to. So these 3 coal cars are actually a lot heavier than they look. So I'm going to want to start braking here because I think our signal is in 300 yards. So an initial reduction is all we're going to need to slow this thing really down. We just don't want to go past our signal here. Initial reduction is on. And right about on cue, we're slowing this thing down good enough. Brakes are on initial, we're slowly dropping speed. There we go. Clear to proceed. Brakes are off. I don't know, we need to reset those. And that means we need to jump up out of the seat. Oh, hello. How you doing? Get out the door. Climb down off the side. I want to set the brakes on this train though. Where are the brakes? Brakes, brakes, brakes. I don't see a brake on the back of this. There it is. Handbrakes applied to that car. Handbrake applied to that one, and I know we don't need to do it to all three of them, but just for safety. We get the handbrakes on all three cars. Climb over this here. Excuse me, need to climb down. Unlock the coupler. We should be alright now. Hey, I can go in that door. So we'll sit in the chair again. And now we'll take the brake off. Oh, there is dynamic braking. Holy shit. It's just different. Now we've let go of the brake. We have no weight pushing us now, so we can literally just cruise around. They want us to go over this way and then stop over there. Works for me. Last time I had to park it right there by that little building. This time they want us to stop over here. So I guess we're gonna put it over here on this track. And then once we are there, we should probably do, oh, I know what they're gonna have us do. They're probably gonna have us switch that. Because I do have a red signal up ahead. And it wants us to stop at Main East number 1, which is what we're heading towards. So we'll get up here and we'll stop and see what they want us to do next. Now this is the more traditional CSX paint job. We might actually stop right on cue. I probably have to just give it a little hair throttle to get up there. Come on, baby. Zero that out. Alright, so we're stopped here. Now what do they want us to do? Stop at Rockwood House Track. And that is where? Back that way. Alright. So, back into the cab view. We're gonna switch our... Oh, hell no. We don't want that. That was bad. That could have been very bad. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna reverse this locomotive. Take the brakes off, give it throttle, and we're gonna go back. not really that much margin for error on this one. We're gonna use the automatic brake on this one. Hopefully they got us going the right track. We should back up right next to this little side building here. If this is what I think it is. Yeah. And then we have literally 10 yards to get this thing corralled. We'll get this train backed up enough. And we should be good right about here. There we go. Continue. That'll do it with that one. Hey, look at that. You actually do have a camera mode. Look, there's actually a bumper there too. And I know there's absolutely nothing to do. Second. I hate how it's done that auto sensor shit now. How the fuck did I get it into that camera view? I like that. No, still ain't right, because what the fuck? Over. Alright, so we finished that. Yeah, we finished that one. So why the fuck not? So those 2 services done. What else is there that they got going with the shitty ass GP38s? Switch livery. Yeah, give me the one I'm used to. What's up, Joe? Summer clear. Let's do autumn. Oh, let's do winter. Indianapolis to Cumberland. That's a fucking long route. Cumberland, Toledo, long route. That's move the locomotive power. You know, I'm still trying to fucking figure out what the hell there is. That's a long route. Switching, I just did that shit. Now I just did a short coal. Cumberland Willard to Cumberland. Cumberland Toledo. Cumberland to Selkirk. That's a fucking hell of a haul. That's a long ass run. All those runs are over an hour. Fuck is that? Are they all the same goddamn, winter cloudy. 12.7 degrees Fahrenheit. Alright, these ones are a little bit different. Intermodals. Long haul, long haul. Long haul. They're pretty much all the same goddamn route. Okay, let's see what happens when you give absolutely zero fucks about your job. Chambersburg to Chicago. Alright, let's do this one. But let's absolutely fucking smash this train. We're just gonna release the brakes and pin this thing wide open. Open a window because it's hot as balls up in this bitch. Open the door. Let's see, we got a nice intermodal train here. This is a nice, really nice train to be crashing. God, I'm freezing my nuts off. Let's get back in the train. My balls are frozen. Close the door, damn it. You're letting all the hot air out. You got a problem with me, dude? Chick? Whatever you are? Huh? Huh? You got a problem? You want to talk about it? Does your husband beat you? You don't have any boobs. Maybe that's why he beats you. Hmm? You don't want to talk about it? Looking up your nose. You're not paying any attention to me. Maybe this is why he beats your ass, because you don't pay attention to him either. Women. Alright, fuck it. I need my external view, damn it. Somehow I locked myself out of external view. Oh hey, look at that. My stupid ass learned how to turn the bell back on. No, the wipers are on. Now who the hell cares? We're just gonna crash this train anyways. Alright, so this thing here, we don't need a brake. Don't need that. Forward, and let's just rip it all the way to P8. Let's go. Ha 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 ha! Here we go. Perfect. How bad can we fuck up here? We are in notch 8 with an intermodal train. I don't think we can do too bad. Let's just be safe though. Let's turn our front headlights on. Let's turn our back headlights on just so we know, let everybody know that we are an extreme hazard. And we are just gonna haul ass with this thing. Sad part is we haven't even exceeded the yard limits yet. So right now I'm literally hands off the controls and we're just in cinematic mode now. We're gonna watch this bitch crash and burn. Or see how long it takes for it to crash and burn. Imagine this is how UPS drivers would drive a train. So everything is nice and snowy. Too bad I can't switch this to a route where we would just slam into another train that was sitting in the yard. We're already at the northern end of it. Okay, so we're over speeding. Oh fuck no, we were going into the yard I think. Because it's dropping under 15. So let's see what happened. Oh yeah, we were definitely going into the yard. We are at 50 miles an hour. Well, 49. 50. 51. 55. Now keep in mind the max speed of this train is 60 or 70. The only thing that would have made this funnier is if I had put it in gear and just hopped off the train. But then I wouldn't have been able to see anything happening. So we're doing 61 in a 15 mile an hour zone. This is pretty much like the movie Unstoppable. So as we haul balls out of the yard, we are at almost 65 miles an hour. So we're at 65. This train hasn't said what the fuck yet. I can still see it way back there on that curve coming out. So we've got a lot of damage that we can deal right here. And right now that chick's probably freaking the hell out because you know she's gonna die. But you know what? Nobody cares. This is the death train. Send the stream off in good taste by crashing my train. If it'll crash. So we're about to reach the maximum using air quotes here, speed, 70. We are at maximum speed. And unfortunately, I think we're just going to end up freaking slowing down. I'm hoping that we go around a corner and this friggin' stack train just flops over on itself. I'm trying just to get it to derail here. I mean, it is just moving right now. Can we derail this train? Yeah, what view is it? Right there. Take a look at this train. We're still rolling along right at 70 miles an hour. I'm watching to see how long this train is. It's a big bitch. I need to count cars though. So we'll do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50 car train. So a 50 car train that right now is just fucking barreling ass down the tracks. But unfortunately we're going up a 0.9% grade and it's only going to get steeper, but I don't think we're going to make it very far. I'm surprised they haven't said, hey, whoa, 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 you're fired yet because of the speed we were traveling at. But it's a 50 car train. You figure those train cars are about 80 feet apiece, plus the locomotives. That's about a half-mile long train. Now let's see if this view here changes much. Or if it just stays static on there. Apparently it stays static. Okay, so back to where we're actually at. I literally have the controller sitting on the floor right now. We're just gonna run this thing balls out till she blows up or runs off the rails. Now I know she ain't gonna blow up, she's just gonna run off the rail. It's too bad that we can't do like in the golden days of Microsoft Train Simulator, being able to, is there a switch anywhere up here that I can throw? I'm looking for a switch, and I see one, right, that's a signal. Do we have a signal anywhere or a switch anywhere on this track? Is the rate I'm traveling, it's going to be there fucking fast. That's another signal. If we can get this train to switch over... Oh, look at this. What's this? That's a switchable line. But where does it switch at? Right there. Right the fuck here is what we need. We need to switch this track. Fortunately, I think that's sand patch, but either way. I want this line to switch over, but it will not do so. How dare you? Ah, it just does a crossover. There's a switch right there. No, quit switching them. I'm not seeing a switch that we can throw. That's a sand patch. So, fuck it. 70 miles an hour. Let's get up in some of these twisty, nasty corners here and lose our job. God, this train's actually getting a lot of snow built up on it. I can't believe this thing hasn't, well, with the banked tracking here, it's probably not going to be easy to derail this until we get up into the actual mountains. Which we are in the Alleghenies in Pennsylvania, so it's only eventual till we get to the dam. That's actually the word eventual. Eventuable. It's only inevitable. I don't think this is how they had designed or what they had planned on when I got into the cab of this train here. But it's gonna be fun. I just gotta get off this commuter rail. This shit is, well, it's not commuter, it's freight, but still. It's made for higher speed. The speed limit through here is 50. I'm doing 20 over. This thing should have wrecked already. Why won't you wreck? I want to see glorious destruction, fire and flames. Now we're starting back upgrade, which means we're going to head off into the mountainous section. Hopefully, we can go around the corner a little too fast and die. But I don't think that's going to happen. And I actually had a little something else planned, seeing how I've been kind of slacking on the streaming here. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to say to hell with this one. We're going to stop this, but if you guys want to hang around, I'm going to fire up a stream of another game here, and we're going to play that for a little while. So, enough with trying to kill myself with the train. We're going to do something here, and give me about 5 minutes, so that way I can go take a piss. Give me about 5 minutes, and we will be back live with a different game.